the fuck going on? Lil Tay's dropping the youngest link of the century. Mark your calendars tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST. And nobody, including my family, including the grown-ass haters, is gonna stop me. You know why? Lil Tay rich and finna get richer.
She faked her death. She disappeared. And then she came back to drop the kind of content that had the entire internet doing a double take.
All y'all broke-ass haters, y'all ain't doing it like Lil Tay. This is why all y'all fucking haters hate me, bitch. This shit cost me $200,000. I'm only 9 years old. I ain't got no license, but
Lil Tay, once dubbed the youngest flexer of the century, has returned with a shocking twist no one saw coming. From luxury cars to Craigslist accusations, from clout-chasing chaos to earning $1 million in just 3 hours. This isn't just a comeback. This is a masterclass in controversy. But beneath the designer clothes and viral tweets lies a much darker story, one about control, exploitation, and a society obsessed with fame at any cost. Back in 2018, Lil Tay was everywhere. A 9-year-old girl in oversized Gucci shirts, standing on Lamborghinis, holding stacks of cash bigger than her head, and shouting at the camera about how she was richer than all of us. "This kitchen is bigger than your whole entire living room," she'd scream. "My toilet costs more than your rent." It was absurd, shocking, and viral gold. But behind the money and mayhem, the internet started asking real questions. Who was filming this? Who was telling a child to say these things? That's when the curtain started to fall. Leaked footage revealed what many had already suspected. This was all scripted. Off camera, someone was feeding her lines, telling her to be more ignorant, to be louder, to flex harder. The voice in the background? It wasn't just some random producer. Many believed it was her older brother pulling the strings and building a brand off of his little sister's image. As public scrutiny intensified, fingers began pointing not just at the brother, but at her parents too. Allegations of exploitation surfaced. People began calling it child abuse. And just like that, Lil Tay vanished. She disappeared from the spotlight almost as quickly as she entered it. No more Instagram rants, no more flex videos. For a while, it seemed like the internet had moved on. But Lil Tay hadn't gone anywhere. She was just waiting. And in 2023, the internet exploded again, this time for a much darker reason. News headlines claimed she had died. Her Instagram account posted a message stating that Lil Tay, real name Clear Hope, had tragically passed away. The post was cryptic, vague, and didn't give any details. Others were suspicious. Within hours, it was revealed to be a hoax. She wasn't dead. The post, they claimed, was the result of a hack. But the damage had already been done. Faking your own death for publicity is something most people couldn't even imagine doing. But with Lil Tay and her brother, it seemed par for the course. The backlash was swift. People were furious, but that didn't stop her. She returned, brasher than ever, doubling down on the same flex on haters persona that had made her famous. 5 years and I'm still the youngest one out, she declared in a new video, barely blinking as she dragged her followers through another round of chaos. And this time, she had a new target, her own father. In a series of disturbing accusations, Lil Tay alleged that her dad had emotionally and physically mistreated her. She claimed he made her wear undersized clothes, forced her to eat bizarre meals, and posted shady ads online. She even suggested that CPS should investigate both him and his girlfriend. Whether true or not, the internet didn't know what to believe. But one thing was clear. Lil Tay was using controversy to stay in the spotlight, and it was working. Then came the countdown. As her 18th birthday approached, she started hinting at something big, something provocative, and deeply unsettling. "Should I drop the link on my 18th birthday?" she teased, echoing a move made by Bad Baby, the Cash Me Outside girl, who famously launched an adult content page the moment she turned 18 and made millions. At first, people thought it was a joke, but then she doubled down. She ran polls, posted censored previews, and kept reminding the world July 29th was coming. In one now deleted post, she shared a censored image of pop star Sabrina Carpenter posing nude on a Rolling Stone cover with the caption, "Should I remake this on my OAF if I make one on July 29th?" Comments flooded in. Some begged her not to go down that path, others egged her on. But the most disturbing reactions came from grown men counting down the days until she turned 18. The kind of behavior that doesn't just raise red flags, it waves them like a parade. And then, at exactly 12:01 a.m. on her 18th birthday, Lil Tay made good on her promise. "I did it," she wrote, link in bio, all content shot at 12:01 on my 18th birthday. She wore a shirt that read, "Corn Star in Training." Her marketing was aggressive, unfiltered, and specifically designed to shock. "Freshly 18, she bragged, "Please don't tell my mom." Posts like that are legal, sure, but that doesn't make them any less disturbing. In fact, they might be the most revealing part of her story yet. Once the child screaming about flexing on broke haters, was now flexing on everyone with a different kind of currency. She claimed to make over $1 million in just 3 hours. $500,000 from subscriptions, another $500,000 from private messages, $26,000 in tips. Whether or not the numbers were real, the message was clear. She cashed in, big time. And while some praised her for securing the bag, others saw something darker, an exploitation of herself that mirrored the manipulation she faced as a child. Because here's the part that really twists the knife. As she stood at the center of this whirlwind, whispering promises and dropping links, another voice came through. Her brother. During a live stream, someone in the background, many believe it was him, said, "This is just promo." That same puppeteer from 2018, the one who told her to be louder, more ignorant, more viral, now pushing her into adult content under the same excuse. It's just business. It's hard not to feel like the whole thing has come full circle. Once exploited by others, Lil Tay is now exploiting herself. And the same society that claimed to care when she was 9 is now throwing money at her at 18. But why? Because it's entertaining? Because she's trending? Or because we've all become numb to what exploitation actually looks like when it's dressed in designer and dripping in dollars? Twitter didn't help either. Its new algorithm seemed to promote her posts relentlessly, not because people were sharing them, but because it was coded that way. Millions of impressions, viral tweets, platform approval disguised as freedom of speech. And in that chaos, something became very clear. We've built a system that rewards this behavior, a system that encourages young women to see their bodies as their most valuable asset, a system where controversy is the currency and fame is the drug. Lil Tay's story isn't just about a girl who wanted to be famous. It's about a society that let her, cheered her on, paid her for it, enabled the spectacle at every stage, from childhood manipulation to adult exploitation. And now that she's finally in control, she's using the same tactics she was once a victim of, the same blueprint, the same flex. Only this time, it's legal and profitable. But what happens next? Where does this road actually lead? Can a girl who became famous for playing a role ever escape that role? Will she ever be taken seriously in any other field, or will she be trapped in this viral echo chamber forever? We've seen the same story play out before. Quick fame, adult industry money, and then a long, painful fallout. Just ask anyone who thought they could control that machine. In the end, this isn't just about Lil Tay. It's about us, about the culture we've created, the algorithms we feed, the chaos we reward, the spectacle we click on over and over, without ever stopping to ask, is any of this okay? She may have made $1 million in 3 hours. But at what cost?